Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out the Transforming Future Gohan. Because I feel like this guy can still be pretty solid, right? He does have that transformation into Super Saiyan, which definitely is pretty good. Once he does transform into Super Saiyan, he has some damage reduction built in just permanently. And also his supports. So overall, definitely a very good unit. He's got a lot of things built in to where even in some difficult content now, he still might be pretty useful with obviously the damage reduction and then support. And even in his pre-transform state, he does still have the damage reduction, but unfortunately it is restricted to being below 58% HP, which obviously can be kind of difficult. So this guy isn't good necessarily, like just overall, like if you ask me yes or no, is he good? Not really. But considering his age, because he's like, what, almost 4 years old, I think, or maybe like 3.5 years old, he's still pretty solid, right? And he can still perform pretty well, especially if you run him type advantage in some of these stages. Like, we'll take him versus Cell Max later in the video, and I think we might actually be able to tank double digits from his normals, at least. The super would just obliterate us, right? But a normal, I think we might be able to tank, because obviously the damage reduction. But before we get into the video, if you find yourself enjoying it at any point, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around to any part, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's get right into it. So on this opening rotation right here, we are going to have 4 out of 7 links, and we do also have some support from the Gohan in slot 1. So we're definitely going to be looking pretty good right here. We're at 172k defense start of turn. That kind of sucks, right? I mean, that's pretty bad, but we do get 50% defense on our super attack effect. So then after that, we're going to be, what, well over 200k defense, right? I think 250k-ish defense. So, you know, I mean, that's not great, but considering he could have the 58% damage reduction if we were below 58% HP, and we're supporting Bond of Master and Disciple category allies, I think that's definitely solid. Because, again, you know, he's over, like, 3 years old, so I'm not really expecting this guy to be insane. But for what he's doing, I think that definitely is pretty good. I mean, the support is most notably something that's going to be really good with this guy. Because, you know, 1 key and 30% to attack and defense is pretty solid. I mean, the 1 key isn't crazy, but the 30% attack and defense is pretty good. And it's obviously just going to make everyone around him look a lot better. So, okay, not even a 3 million attacks that. Yeah, that definitely sucks, right? I mean, because he doesn't have any built-in crits or additionals, at least in base. So, you know, this guy's damage really isn't going to look good. It really only relies on if you get, like, crits or additionals from the hidden potential system. Which I do suggest you go full additionals, by the way. Because this guy, like I said, gets that 50% defense on super, which is a very big defensive buff, right? So you are going to want to capitalize on that by giving him full additionals. Just because if you're getting the double super, you're still probably going to take a lot of damage from some of these red zone stages. But it's just, you know, less damage because another super. But I don't know, man. If you take him versus like Cell Max and you get the double super with the damage reduction, you actually might be able to live a super. Because, I mean, 58% damage reduction is a lot. That is a very, very good number. That's pretty much tanking you double digits, like I said, from normals, from probably Cell Max. Or if not double digits, very close to it, maybe 10, 20k damage. Which is good, right? For a unit that's over 3 years old, that's definitely very impressive. Because, you know, this guy released before the 200% meta, before Cell Max, all that stuff. So if he's able to take relatively low damage in these events, I think that's a big W for this guy. Because it's possible we could see him EZA soon as well. And by soon, I mean within the next year, right? Because as I said, Future Saga is definitely a category that needs some buffs, right? I mean, it's not the best category right now. There are some standout options. Like, you know, you got the LR Vegeta and Trunks, you got the LR Merge Zamasu, you got the LR Rose Goku Black and Zamasu, who actually, it's weird saying this, but they're not really that crazy now. I mean, they're still good, but they've fallen off quite a bit just within the last, what, not even a year since they've been out. Which is crazy to think about. I mean, they were easily in the top 10 not too long ago, and now they're like, probably not even in the top 20. Which is just crazy. But anyway, right here, we're at 174k defense. We are going to have 4 out of 7 links once again. So we're definitely looking pretty good. Once we throw them in slot 2, we are a little over 200k defense. So after we super, we're going to be at 300k defense, pretty much on the dot. Again, not really that crazy, but just keep in mind, we are supporting Bond of Master and Disciple category allies for 1 key, and then 30% to stats. And then also, we do get the 58% damage reduction if HP is 58% or less. So if we had that, obviously our defense would look a lot better. But okay, what we'll do is I guess we could just showcase this turn right here, and then we can just cut to when we have the active skill, because the condition for it isn't necessarily horrible. It's when HP is 58% or more, and there's an ally whose name includes Trunks on the team starting from the 4th turn from start of battle. So, oh wait, it's on the team. Okay, I thought it was on the same rotation, so I was going to say we could just cut to it because it's probably going to be a couple like turns away, but actually we're going to get it on the next turn because we rotated the LR Future Trunks and Zamasu, or not Zamasu, the LR Future Trunks and Gohan off, so now they're going to be on a rotation with this guy. So, actually no, we don't have to cut, we can just keep on showing this because we should get the Gohan with them on the next rotation we have them. So, alright, cool, this works out perfectly. And then when you do transform with him, he becomes a little bit better, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird to think about, right? Because you would assume when you transform with a unit, they would become better, but he loses a start of turn defensive stat, so that kind of incentivizes you to not want to transform with him. But then he gets 58% damage reduction permanently, which is definitely pretty good. Oh, let's play this. Alright, I was kind of late on that, but whatever. So yeah, he gets the 58% damage reduction permanently, which is definitely very good. 58% damage reduction is, you know, a high amount, like I said already. He keeps the support, so it's the exact same thing. 1 key and 30% to stats to Bond of Master and Disciple category allies. And then he launches an additional super attack when there's an Androids category enemy. And then that's it. So, I don't want to say he's outright worse than his pre-transform state, but I think there definitely is an argument for it. Because right here, we're at 146k defense, which is solid with the 58% damage reduction, but dude, if he just had a start of turn defensive stat, he would be a lot better, because that's 146k defense without a start of turn defensive stat, right? So he gives himself 100% attack start of turn. If it was 100% attack and defense, this guy would look really good even now. So, you know, I guess there's that, but unfortunately he doesn't do it, so not really much to talk about with that. We'll throw him in, I guess, slot 1? Yeah, I mean, we'll just throw him in slot 1, because, I mean, what are we missing out on? Fierce Battle? Well, no, we can do that, because it's not like the Gohan's going to kill. So, alright, we'll have him in slot 2. He does also stack attack on his super attack, so that kind of goes with what I was saying by building him full additionals, because then when you transform, you can get as many supers in as possible, and then obviously your attack stats will just get higher and higher, because, I don't know, by the time you transform with him, it's going to be later into the fight. I mean, the earliest you can do it is turn 4, and just with how long content is right now, that's over halfway into the fight. So that's not necessarily like the craziest that he's stacking as well when he transforms, because then, you know, you transform turn 4, maybe even turn 5, 6, and then you also have to, you know, stack with him for his damage to look good. But I guess if you build on full additionals, if you get really lucky with additionals first couple turns with this guy, maybe at the like final turn in the event you're in, you know, you can see this guy do a pretty good attack stat, because obviously you've gotten a lot of supers and additionals off. And if you're facing an Androids category enemy, then, you know, you'll get even more supers off, which is another reason why I said this guy would be good in Cell Max, because he gets the guaranteed additional, because obviously you're facing an Android category enemy. So if you haven't built full additionals, or even if you have some additionals in him, then you could triple super, and, you know, you could do a lot of damage because you're stacking attack. And then, of course, you always have the chance to crit as well, because I think you need to give him, like, a little bit of crit, but I wouldn't go anything above, like, I don't know, maybe, like, 10 crit. Anything above that is just way too much. I think you do still want to kind of prioritize additionals. And then he's already int, so he has the base 5 dodge just built into his kit, which is enough, right? I mean, if you want to go full dodge, I guess, right? There's an argument for it. I think there's an argument for full dodge on every unit, because if a unit already has a lot of dodge built into their kit, you could say, yeah, well, you know, they're a dodging unit, so give them full dodge, right? And then if a unit doesn't have a lot of dodge built into their kit, then you can say, well, they don't have dodge built into their kit, so give them full dodge. So at this point, if you want to go full dodge, just do it, right? I mean, there's not really an argument against it. So you could do it with this guy, especially because, like I said, he's int, so he already has the base 5 dodge. So you could probably get up to like 35 dodge on this guy. But I don't really recommend it, because we don't really know what his EZA is going to look like. But I think with his EZA, full additionals is still probably going to be the best way to go, just because he already gets defense on super in his pre-transform state, and he already stacks. So full additionals probably won't hurt, right? So, okay, what we'll do is we'll nuke with him on this turn right here, and then we'll go ahead and cut to the Cell Max test. Hopefully we can get pretty lucky with key spheres. I haven't really been getting that lucky in my past couple of videos. Okay. No, that definitely works. Can we get the STR ones on the right? No, we can't. Damn you. Okay. 20 key spheres. It still works. How many links are we going to have right here? All right, 2 out of 7. So actually, we're not really looking crazy in terms of links. But keep in mind, we do have All in the Family, which is a pretty good link, right? That's a good amount of defense. So definitely pretty good there. Or at least kind of good. I mean, we got All in the Family. So, all right, yeah. This guy's going to do a lot of damage right here. We've gotten a couple stacks in. And also, we have some support. So, you know, I'm expecting a pretty high number right here. But just keep in mind, he doesn't have any built-in, you know, crits or additionals. So, of course, his damage is just kind of what it is at face value. There's not really a lot more to it. 6.4? Really? I stand corrected. That sucks for a nuke test. That is really bad. 6.4. Okay, well, to be fair, you know, we were missing a couple links right there. But I don't know, man. For a nuke test, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Okay, alright. Well, I guess with all that shown, we can just go ahead and cut to the Cell Max test. He's looking alright. That nuke test was pretty bad. But other than that, you know, he's looking alright. Again, he's got the support. He's got the damage reduction. And that's pretty much it. I mean, nothing really else going on with him. So, with all that shown, let's go and cut to the Cell Max test. Alright, so we're here fighting Cell Max, and we have a very good setup for him right here. We are going to take a normal attack, and then we're going to take a super. So we get to see how much he's taking from Cell Max's normals, and then obviously the super attack next. So we are transformed, so that means we just have the guaranteed 58% damage reduction. But, you know, our start of turn defensive stat isn't necessarily the craziest. 123k is very low. But we've gotten a couple supers off, so I'm actually kind of expecting a decent attack stat right here. On the previous turn, I think he almost hit 4 million. So his damage right here, I guess, should be pretty impressive because he also has the guaranteed additional super. So I am kind of expecting just a bit out of him. And this Gohan as well is looking pretty crazy. He was over 600k defense, and then now he gets a 30% damage reduction, and he's continuously stacking. I mean, yeah, dude, the 8th year anniversary LRs. I mean, say what you want about the anniversary overall, but every LR was very good, right? I mean, the first 2 LRs were crazy. One of them's the best unit in the game. And then the LR Carnival Goku, or the Carnival LR Goku. I don't know why I said it like that. And then the Carnival LR Gohan are both just crazy, right? So, okay, 3.2. That definitely is not 4 million. I don't know what I saw in the previous turn, but that's still solid, I guess, because we have the guaranteed additional. We did get the crit as well. So, okay, pretty good damage. Definitely pretty good damage. I'm just curious how much he's tanking right here, because surely he's going to tank the normal, right? Okay, he dodged. Okay. Thanks, Gohan. I mean, I guess that's 5 dodge, right? I want to see what his defense is at, or what his dodge is at. Whoa, okay, 300k. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that is pretty impressive. I was expecting to die, honestly. I didn't think we were going to tank 300k. But okay. And keep in mind, I said tank, because we did tank that. We didn't even really do, well, we did about like half of our health. Okay, so half of our health with that. I think that means we would survive a super from Cell Max, or a normal from Cell Max. So that's pretty impressive. Sorry, I'm stunned right now. I didn't think you would be able to survive that. Okay. Well, I'm pretty impressed. We'll try and go about this turn right here without dying. I mean, I did pop the 50% damage reduction item. I guess, yeah, we can use this Gohan's active skill, give him the guard, and then also raise the Gohan's defense on the next turn. So, yeah, I guess we can just go ahead and play this. I think I still have the skip off. Alright, so now on the next turn, you know, we'll try and see the Gohan tank a normal attack, because only 300k. I mean, dude, that's an over 3-year-old unit. And he took 300k from a Cell Max Super. That's pretty impressive, right? I think that's pretty impressive, at least. I mean, I guess you could argue, you know, obviously we transform. You know, you might not always get the transformation with him, or you might get them a little later into the fight. And this is somewhat of a short fight. I mean, usually you're on the final phase, turn, like, 4, really. And, I mean, that is technically the turn where you can transform with this Gohan, but as we said, you're not always going to get the transformation on turn 4. So, I mean, you know, there definitely is situations where this guy can get destroyed, and those situations are fairly common because he's not an amazing unit. But, I mean, I don't know. 300k from a Cell Max Super, it's still pretty impressive, I think. So, okay, what we'll do is we'll just throw him in slot 1. I mean, I know there's a Super in slot 2, but we already saw him take a Super, so not really too worried about that. Right here, we're going to have a bit more links active because we do have him linked up next to the LR Future Gohan and Trunks, so, you know, we'll probably be looking a little bit better from that. Start of turn, yeah, 123k. Not really that good. I mean, still kind of bad for, you know, start of turn defensive stat, but with the damage reduction, we are not tanking double digits. Okay. So, I kind of thought we were going to take double digits because we took 300k from his super, but okay. Still about 40k per normal, which is a lot. So, it's not like you could just throw this guy in slot 1, you know, take a bunch of normals and then a super. You still kind of have to baby this guy even in, you know, the Cell Max event. But if he just takes an attack or two, you probably will be fine, right? Because 40k is a lot, but HP now is pretty high on a lot of these teams, and this guy is on a lot of really good teams like, you know, Goku family, Kamehameha, Super Saiyans, all that. So these teams have really good leader skills. So HP on those teams is typically like above 700k or around 700k. So, you know, 40k from a normal isn't necessarily that like devastating, right? But okay, over 2 million from that super right there. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of damage. Keep in mind, we did have the Goku family support memory, so that was helping us out a little right there. He was looking pretty good in the Cell Max event. I mean, definitely, again, pretty solid considering his age. So with all that shown, we can go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. Alright, here we have Heroic Warrior Gohan Future. So starting off with his leader skill, it is Bond of Master and Disciple or Hybrid Sans, category Ki +3, HP attack plus 170%, and then defense plus 130%. So not the craziest leader skill because defense is only 130%, which definitely is pretty bad. We need at least 170% just across the board with leader skills now. So right now, his lead isn't crazy, but maybe if you're new to the game or free to play, you might have some use for that. And then his super attack effect is that he greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage. His passive is that he gets attack and defense plus 100%. He reduces damage received by 58% when HP is 58% or less. He gives Bond of Master and Disciple category allies 1 ki and then 30% attack and defense. And then he transforms when conditions are met. So, I mean, a very short passive, but, you know, this dude is very old, right? Not really expecting anything crazy out of him. But who knows, maybe with his EZA, which we could possibly see soon, this guy could be a really good unit. Because just having 58% damage reduction built in is definitely really good. And he's also supporting, so there's a lot of potential with an EZA. So then his transformation condition is that he transforms when HP is 58% or more when there's an ally whose name includes Trunks, Kid, and GT excluded on the team starting from the 4th turn from start of battle. So pretty solid condition. I mean, you'll see it somewhat frequently. And then the links are All in the Family, Sand Warrior Race, the Sand Lineage, Cold Judgment, Experienced Fighters, Dismal Future, and then Fierce Battle. And then his categories are Bond of Master and Disciple, Hybrid Sans, Future Saga, Android/Cell Saga, Goku Family, Super Sans, Transformation Boost, All Out Struggle, Connected Hope, Bond of Parent and Child, and then Warriors Raised on Earth. And then when you transform with this guy, I'm pretty sure his links do change a bit. Yeah, he gets Super Saiyan and Golden Warrior, so I guess that's pretty good. 2 solid links right there. I mean, his link set is good overall. You know, he's going to link well with a lot of other, you know, Super Saiyan units, Goku units, and stuff like that. And he's got Dismal Future and, you know, Experienced Fighters. So some other, like, Future Saga units he'll work good with as well. And then his super attack effect does change. He now raises attack infinitely and causes immense damage to enemy. And then his passive is that he gets 100% attack, but no defense, so obviously that is pretty bad. He reduces damage received by 58%, just guaranteed, no condition behind it. He still supports Bond of Master and Disciple category allies for 1 ki and 30% attack and defense. And then he launches a guaranteed additional super when there's an Androids category enemy. So alright, that is the Future Gohan Showcase. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this guy down in the comments. Let me know what you want his EZA to look like, because as I said, I feel like his EZA is up and coming relatively soon. And, I mean, I already said this, but he could be a really crazy EZA, right? He's got a very good skeleton for that. So, once again, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.